time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Diffuse, bond, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walk the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm here to give y'all recap from Tuesday through Thursday and preview the game tonight. We got two tonight, USF at UTSA, and we have Colorado at Washington State. Before I do that, I would like to ask you to like, comment, subscribe if you like the content on this show or this network. We got the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave. Oh, hold on. Gotta stop myself. We reached 1,000 subs, man. We reached 1,000 subs on the road to many more. Shout out to y'all who are subscribers. Shout out to the future subscribers, and just shout out to all the supporters. It means a lot to the network to reach 1,000. We've been working really hard, and we're hoping to, aim for more. But yeah. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you like the content, like I said on this show, main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave. BWT, Baseball with Teddy. FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. We have the Joe Jordan Show, where he talks about his sports topics and favorite teams, the Commanders and the Kings. We got Dave's Doghouse, who went live Wednesday. He makes dogs and put dogs in the doghouse. We got Real Ballers Only. He went live, I believe, earlier today at 1 o'clock. BWT went live at 12, I believe, as well. And FFC also went live. So we hitting y'all like a network. We hitting y'all with show after show after show. We got, and the main show is going live at 7. So, boom. Right after me, we got the main show. And last but not least, we got In the Red Corner with Ty, Fast Camp, and Ricky. Again, don't know when their next episode is. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me check the group thing real quick. I think they might actually be going live tonight at 9. Let me check 1 second. Nope, no. We're ending with the R2L show tonight at 7. So I don't know when In the Red Corner will be going live again. But like I said, man, like, comment, subscribe, go follow down the rabbit hole. And if you like what you're listening to, stick with us. All right. So first, actually, we got to do some poll talk. I haven't been on since the College Football Committee has dropped their recent polls. And we have not a shocker to me, but maybe a shocker to others. Georgia leaps Ohio State. Georgia is now 1 in the country. Ohio State is now 2. Michigan stays at 3. Florida State stays at 4. Washington stays at 5. 6, I believe, is Oregon. 7, I believe, is Texas. I'm just all off memory. 8, I believe, is Bama. 9, I believe. I think Louisville only went into 10. Who was 9? I almost got it pulled up, but I can't remember who 9. But I think 10 is Louisville. 9 is Mizzou. Mizzou jumped into 9. Jumped up 5 spots after beating Tennessee. Oregon State is at 11. Penn State is at 12. They dropped 2 more spots. Ole Miss is at 13. Oklahoma is at 14. LSU is at 15. Iowa 16. 17 is Arizona. 18 is Tennessee. 19 is Notre Dame. 20 is UNC. 21 is Kansas State. 22 is Utah. 23 is Oklahoma State. 24 is Tulane, and 25 is Kansas. Off the bat, I realized the only group of 5 school here is Tulane. Again, there's no Liberty. Liberty's undefeated. Liberty's punched their ticket to their Conference USA Championship game against New Mexico State. Yet they're not ranked. I get Kansas 7-3, but 7-3 over an undefeated Conference USA team where you got to show some Group of 5 schools some type of love. I mean, Tulane's 9-1, but I think Tulane's in here living off of last year. Last year, they won the Cotton Bowl. They gained their respect last year, but you got to give teams the opportunity to gain their respect. So I do think Liberty should be ranked. I'm upset that Liberty's not ranked. Show these Group of 5 schools some love. Speaking of Group of 5, JMU, Jack State, and Charleston State, all their NCAA appeals got denied. Now I'm more pissed at JMU because they're undefeated. JMU's undefeated. They play all D1 FBS schools, undefeated. Should at least get a chance to compete for the Sun Belt school as one of these pictures on my brother's. That's false. I think they should at least have a chance to battle for their Sun Belt championship. They should have been in the Sun Belt last year. They proved again that they should be in the Sun Belt this year. Come on, NCAA. Appeal. I mean, not appeal. I forgot the word I'm looking for. Not appeal, but let it go through. Like, let it slide. Like, I can't think of the word, but just let them play for their championship. They shown you back-to-back years that they're deserving of it. Jack State. I believe Jack State would be in the Conference USA Championship if they were allowed to play in theirs. I think that's the reason why New Mexico State is in theirs. Let's look real quick. Let's bring up the Conference USA standings. Oh, hold on. I know, like I said, number 1 is Liberty. Website taking a little minute. Now, Jack State is 6-1, 7-3. New Mexico State is 6-1, 8-3. Jack State, did they play? I think Jack State played them and won. Jack State's loss, I can't remember what Jack State loss was. The only loss was the Coastal. And now in the conference, the only loss was to Liberty. They played New Mexico State last game of the season. So that game, man, could have decided which one of them two, but the NCAA decided for both of them. It's going to be New Mexico State because Jack State cannot play for their conference championship. Other than that, though, I really have no quarrels with the list. I think the list is pretty cool. Just please, man, just show some Group of 5 schools some love, man. They can ball, and they show them during the bowl games. But whatever, it is what it is. If you agree with anything I had to say, please leave a comment. If you disagree, leave a comment. I get back to you either way. But let's move on to some of these recaps. And first, we have a barn burner of a game. Toledo at Bowling Green. Final score of 32. Toledo 32, Bowling Green 31. And like I said, it was a barn burner. Bowling Green jumped out to a lead, a really fast lead. Not fast lead, but they jumped out to a lead. They jumped out to a big lead. I think at one point they was up 18. Toledo scratched and clawed his way back. Scored not a walk-off, but a go-ahead touchdown with like a minute 45 left. Got the game-winning stop. Remain undefeated in the MAC. One loss being week 1 to Illinois. Toledo is looking poised to win in that MAC. So, Toledo starts with a 23-yard touchdown run by Daquan Finn, set up by Anthony Torres' 23-yard catch. Bowling Green starts with a 56-yard Harold Fannin touchdown catch. Now, that was just a busted coverage. With 2:46 left in the first quarter, Bowling Green scores a Harold Fannin touchdown catch. I forgot to put the yardage. Toledo then answers with a 39-yard field goal set up by Anthony Torres' 39-yard catch. Bowling Green answers with the Camden Orth 5-yard touchdown run. And that was just a 15-play drive. So that was just a beautiful drive. Toledo, turnover on downs, 4th and 2. Junior Vanderwaal, 1-yard touchdown catch. Leads to a – so that was a turnover down. So they had a 1-yard catch, which leads to a 1-yard Tavon Keefe touchdown run. The versatile guy from Bowling Green, run the ball, catch the ball. So versatile. Bowling Green starts with a 3-and-out punt to start the second half. Toledo starts the second half with a 22-yard Junior Vanderwaal touchdown catch. Bowling Green fumbles. Camden Orth is the one that fumbled. Leads to a 3-and-out punt. Bowling Green, Connor Bazelak sacked. Leads to a Toledo turnover on downs. Pass incomplete. Leads to a 3-and-out punt. Toledo scores a 1-yard Penny Boone touchdown run. The 2-point is good. Set up by a 55-yard Penny Boone run. Then Daquan Finn, interception, leads to a Bowling Green 40-yard field goal. Like I said, with a minute 45, Jaquez Stewart scores a 59-yard touchdown catch. And Bowling Green on 4th and 17 passes incomplete leads to the end of the game. Like I said, man, just a barn burner of a game. Toledo made plays to scratch his claws way back in this game and to win the game to remain undefeated in the MAC. And yeah, that's all I got to really say. Bowling Green fought hard, had the home crown behind them. Rivalry game, tried to get the upset again, but just fell short. One big play changed everything. So, our next game got Akron at Eastern Michigan. Akron 27, Eastern Michigan 30 in double overtime. Another barn burner. This game I didn't think would get as many points. And honestly, at regulation, 17-17 is not a lot. But, hey, college overtime will change that in a heartbeat. So, Eastern Michigan starts with a punt. Akron starts with a punt. Akron scores a 1-yard Taj Bullock touchdown run, set up by TJ Banks' 20-yard catch. Eastern Michigan answers with a 2-yard Samson Evans touchdown run, set up by a 32-yard Hamzi El Zayat catch. Akron answers with a 7-yard Lorenzo Lingard touchdown run. Daniel George set that up with a 46-yard catch. The MU answers with a 2-yard Samson Evans touchdown run. Akron starts the second half with a 3-and-out punt. Eastern Michigan starts with a 56-yard field goal miss, but ultimately that will lead to a punt. Akron scores a 23-yard field goal, set up by a 15-yard Josiah Gathings catch. With 10 seconds left, Eastern Michigan scores a 32-yard field goal, set up by a Hamzi El Zayat 34-yard catch, and that would send us into OT. Now at OT, both teams will score touchdowns. Eastern Michigan will start with a Samson Evans 11-yard touchdown run. Akron will answer with a 2-yard pass to Jake Newell. Akron then in the double overtime will get a 36-yard field goal, while EMU would win with a walk-off 3-yard Jair Getzinger touchdown pass to Austin Smith for the game. Now this one, the second half is kind of like what I thought the game would be like. Only 3 points apiece by each team. You had that one moment where they was going back and forth, where Akron scored, then EMU would score, then Akron would score, then EMU would score. But other than that, it really wasn't too much scoring. Again, college overtime rules will definitely bolster a score. It went from 34 points total to 57 points total. 27-point difference right there. All because of college overtime. So the game kind of was going how I thought, a low-scoring affair, but again, that's college overtime for you. Moving on, we have, oh, by the way, I picked Toledo to win, and I picked EMU to win. So that's two. But this next one, boy. Next one, we got Western Michigan 0 at Northern Illinois 24. Now, I have like 3 notes on this game. Not going to lie, barely watched it. I watched a couple times, and it was just like a punt fest. Nobody was scored, and Northern Illinois kind of scored, and Western Michigan never did. And I did pick Western Michigan to win this game. Boy, was I wrong. Northern Illinois had 2 touchdowns in the first half, while Western Michigan had 3 3-and-out punts in the first half. Then Western Michigan defense, they buckled down. They only give up 3 points in the second half, but special teams give up a punt return touchdown. Western Michigan, again, obviously scores nothing, gets shut out. The second half of the game was a punt fest, but it doesn't matter because Northern Illinois scores his 2 touchdowns in the first half, and that's all they only needed 1. They only needed a field goal to win this game. So definitely picked the wrong side of this game. Northern Illinois gets a win. I believe Northern Illinois is now 1 game away from being bowl eligible. Let's see who they play at the end of the year. I'm not going to lie. I didn't have faith in Northern Illinois to – well, I obviously didn't think it would be a shutout if I had Western Michigan to win. But I thought the run game of Western Michigan would exploit Northern Illinois' run defense. And, I mean, it just didn't. Defense came to play today, obviously with a shutout. Shout out to them. Shout out to Rocky Lombardi. This should be his last year. I would imagine this is his last year at Northern Illinois. Yeah, Northern Illinois is 5-6, and they play Kent State to make a bowl game. So Kent State, while their season is up after this year, they're looking to play spoiler at Northern Illinois. So that should be a fun game to watch. Moving on to Wednesday night action. And this Wednesday night had a lot of implications in the map. So we had CMU at Ohio, and we had Buffalo at Miami of Ohio. And Ohio was the biggest Buffalo fans in the while their game was going on, because if Miami, Ohio would have lost, which I'm kind of foreshadowing, and Ohio would have won, then the last week would have determined who plays Toledo in the MAC championship. And Ohio took care of his job. They beat Central Michigan 20-34. I did pick Ohio to win. Now CMU starts with a 3-and-out punt. Ohio starts with a 39-yard field goal set up by Isaiah Bangaroo, a 26-yard run. With 6:19 left in the first quarter, Jace Bauer throws the 21-yard pick six to Shane Bonner. Then with 12:57 left in the second quarter, CMU turnover on downs, 4th and 1. Marion Luke's run is stuffed, which leads to a 1-yard O'Shawn Allison touchdown run. But then CMU would answer with a 50-yard touchdown pass to Tyson Davis. Then Ohio starts the second half with a Curtis Rourke 16-yard touchdown run, which, hey, that's unlike, bro, but shout out. Which was set up by Isaiah Bangaroo, having 4 carries for 43 yards. So again, see in the second half starts to wear down on the defense. It starts to get things going on the ground. CMU would answer with a Chris Parker 62-yard touchdown catch. Ohio would then answer with another 1-yard O'Shawn Allison touchdown run, set up by Miles Cross 35-yard catch. CMU would answer with a 14-yard Marion Luke's touchdown run. The point after would be missed, and that was set up by a personal foul. I believe Jace Bauer got sacked, and I think he actually fumbled, but a personal foul gave him the ball back. Ohio would then miss a 43-yard field goal, but it only led to a 3-and-out punt. In Central Michigan on 4th and 1, turnover on downs, Jace Bauer runs short, leads to a 33-yard field goal, and then Jace Bauer gets sacked and fumbles, which leads to the end of the game. Now, Central Michigan scored more points than I thought they would. I thought Ohio defense would give up 1, maybe 2 touchdowns. Well, they gave up 3. And Ohio put up more points than I thought they would. I didn't think they would get in the 30s. Thought Ohio might win the game 27-14, 24-10, something like that. I definitely bet the under. I thought under 48.5 was too many points. And right when they beat the under, Ohio only gave up 3 more points. But all in all, Ohio, great season. You still get a bowl game. You don't have a chance to fight for the MAC championship because Miami of Ohio did beat Buffalo. But great season. It just sucks. You lost the head-to-head, and that's what's going to kill you, the head-to-head loss. But we're going to move on to Buffalo. 10, Miami of Ohio, 23. Now, Miami of Ohio plays Toledo in the MAC championship in Detroit at Ford Field. And well-deserved, man, because Miami of Ohio's only 2 losses is Miami University, which they were talking trash and got smacked, talking about we the real Miami, and Toledo, who they get their chance to rematch in the championship. The Toledo game is where Brett Gabbert was out. Avion Smith tried to lead a comeback, cut it to 4. They just could not take the lead. Now they got a chance to get revenge in the MAC championship. Now, for Buffalo, they start with a 3-and-out punt. Miami starts with a 3-and-out punt. With 14 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter, Buffalo turnover on downs, 4th and 2, pass incomplete, but it leads to a punt. Miami then breaks the scoring drought with a 25-yard field goal, set up by Kenny Tracy, 37-yard run. Miami then scored the 30-yard Rashad Amos touchdown run, set up by Rashad Amos' 22-yard run. Then Buffalo will answer with a 48-yard field goal. But then Miami, to start the second half, will score a 37-yard field goal, set up by Javon Tracy, 37-yard catch. Buffalo will answer with a C.J. Agbana 3-yard touchdown run, set up by Darrell Harden Jr., 27-yard catch. With 10:45 left in the fourth quarter, Miami of Ohio will score a 2-yard Rashad Amos touchdown run, set up by a 52-yard Javon Tracy catch. And then Miami of Ohio would then score a 23-yard field goal. Buffalo's Marlon Johnson will fumble, but it would lead to a 3-and-out punt. And then Cole Schneider will get sacked and fumble, which leads to the end of the game. Miami of Ohio defense has come to play again. Gave up 0 last week to Akron, only gives up 10 to Buffalo. Puts up just enough points to win 23. The game was a defensive slugfest to start, but Miami of Ohio offense was going to get going eventually. Buffalo, their season is pretty much over. Well, their season is over after this next their last game. Shout out to Buffalo. Not really a great season, but just shout out anyway. They put up some tough fights. Just couldn't get a lot of games done. Miami of Ohio, again, shout out to them. Good luck in the MAC championship because, like I said, Toledo looks primed to win it. But good luck, man. Anything can happen. It's just one game for it all, so anything can happen. And we got our last game. Oh, by the way, I picked Miami of Ohio to win. And we got our last game. Boston College at Pitt. I did pick Boston College to win this game. And Pitt wins 24-16. Now, Pitt did a really good job containing Thomas Castellanos. Didn't give him many running lanes. Shout out, Joe. Appreciate you. Thanks for the birthday, my boy. Hey, again, man, congrats to the networks for 1,000 subscribers. Let's keep climbing. But yeah, Boston College, man, they shot themselves on the foot a lot. Even the one touchdown they caught, some people could argue he dropped it, but they called it a touchdown. They said the call stands, and I was on the fence. I was on the fence of whether he caught it or not. He does have the ball. He does make a football move because in college you just need one foot. But then the ball comes out. It's controversial. The only touchdown had a lot of controversy. But let's get into the game. Boston College starts with a 42-yard field goal set up by Lewis Bond, 25-yard catch. Remember that name. Pitt starts with a 42-yard field goal set up by Malcolm Epps, 24-yard catch. Pitt then scores a 4-yard Nate Yarnell touchdown run set up by DeJon Reynolds, 24-yard catch. Then Pitt turn over one down, 4th and 1. Daniel Carter running stuffed, leads to a 45-yard field goal. Pitt starts the second half with a 3-and-out punt, while Boston College will start with the controversial Lewis Bond 24-yard touchdown catch. If you want to ask why is it so controversial, just look it up. You'll see why I say that. But then Pitt will respond with a 61-yard Bud Means touchdown catch, which honestly, just a defensive breakdown. You don't see too many coverage busts and man-to-man coverage. But when you do, it's because DB's eyes are on the backfield, where they should be eyes on the man, and that's what happened. Looked at the quarterback field, now his man got depth. He broke, thinking the quarterback was about to throw it because he pump fake. Touchdown. Well, he didn't really break, but he froze. Then Boston College, Thomas Castellanos would throw an interception, which would lead to a 52-yard field goal miss. But that would just lead to a punt. And then BC would score a 33-yard field goal set up by Castellanos' 14-yard run. But then Pitt would answer with a 66-yard Rodney Hammond touchdown run. And then Castellanos would throw a pick to end the game. And that's how your ball game ends. Boston College is already bowl eligible. Pitt is not bowl eligible, but it was senior night. So the way to get a dub to at seniors' last games in Pitt. So shout out to them for that. Pat Narduzzi is not having a great year. I know when I do my ACC look back, boy, I'm going to get flamed because I had Pitt, I believe, winning 9 games, and they're going to struggle to win their 4th. So, but still, shout out to BC. Way to get bowl eligible still last week. No, not last week because they got bust by Virginia Tech last week. I think it was actually 2 weeks ago they got bowl eligible. But still, shout out to being bowl eligible. Keep your heads up. You got 2 more games left. So let's get a bowl for the fellas. Now, we are done with our recaps. I have 2 games to preview tonight. I'm not going to do Saturday tonight. I'm going to make this episode short so I can enjoy my birthday. I will be back tomorrow to do Saturdays. I promise y'all I will be back early tomorrow morning to do my Saturday previews and get it out to y'all before the Saturday kickoffs. I'm off, so I got all morning. I'm going to get it there for y'all. But I got my preview for tonight. Southern Florida at UTSA tonight, 9 o'clock on ESPN2. For USF, they got to be dynamic. Byron Brown has to be dynamic. He got to use his arm, use his legs, got to score points because UTSA will score points. Force the Frank Harris interception. Defense has 9 interceptions. Frank Harris, although he has 5, I believe, on the year, the games I've seen UTSA lose, it's because Frank Harris has thrown picks. Houston threw 3. Army, I think he threw picks in that game. When he throws picks, UTSA loses. Troy, the bowl game, the Cure Bowl last year, I believe he threw a pick in that game. He looked bad. So, gotta affect Frank Harris if you have a chance of winning. Have to stop Josh Cephas, the best receiver on his team since Zachary Franklin left last year to go to Ole Miss. Well, the beginning of this year to go to Ole Miss. Feed Naquan Wright, the running back. And no, I've never said this before, but I think Tyke Ogu-Kellogg is a really good one-on-one deep ball receiver. So I said no one-on-one deep balls to Tyke Ogu-Kellogg. He caught the Hail Mary against Army. I've seen him catch a number of one-on-one jump balls. I think he's a really good jump ball receiver. He's 6'5". Can't allow it. Now, for UTSA, Frank Harris has to be dynamic. Got to use his arm and his legs. His legs is kind of what set up the run game for UTSA as well. You contain Frank Harris, the run game kind of gets contained, so he has to be able to use both. Frank Harris has to take care of the football. Again, the games I've seen him lose is because he was reckless with the football. Kavorian Barnes, will he play tonight? Last I checked, he is questionable, but I know college football injury news. It comes out 10 minutes before the game, 15 minutes before the game. It's not regulated like the NFL, so it's hard to come by. Can they force an interception? The defense has 7 picks, Byron Brown has 8 interceptions. So can they force a pick and sack the quarterback? Because this UTSA defense has 38 sacks on the year, which is phenomenal. I could probably look that up, and it probably leads the country in sacks. Let me look real quick. I know that defensive line has, well, not even defensive line. That defense has gone crazy getting to the quarterback. 38 sacks is probably close to the Ravens, if not maybe a little off, but it's tops. It's for sure. Let me see. I got sports right here. I got a team statistic. Let's go to sacks right here. That sacks allowed. I don't want sacks allowed. Why won't it let me do? Oh, team sacks right here. And the UTSA is tied for second with Penn State. First is Texas A&M with 39. Penn State and UTSA, like I said, are tied at 38. Oregon State and UCLA is tied at 36. Miami is actually up here with 33. So shout out to you with 33. And then, of course, Bama's top 10, 32. Ole Miss is 31, which, I mean, that's the only part of the defense that's worked correctly because they can't stop nobody. So, but yeah, tied for second in sacks with 38 is ridiculous for this UTSA team. And you don't really think of a defensive statistic when you think about the road runners at UTSA. But with that being said, I'm rolling with UTSA tonight. They're hot. I like Frank Harris. I've been saying that since the preview. Since the previews. We did a group of 5 preview, and I did preview UTSA. And I like Frank Harris, man. I mean, the 5 picks is bad, but this should be his last year. I think this is his 7th year in college, so this should be his last year in college. Got to go out with a bang. Now, the next game I got is the last game tonight. Colorado at Washington State. You can catch that game tonight, 10:30 on FS1. For Colorado, they obviously have to protect Shedeur Sanders because they go as he goes on offense. Y'all know the trenches is Colorado's weakness, so they got to protect him. Force Cam Ward to make a mistake. Now, actually, Washington State has been playing bad, even without sometimes Cam Ward making a mistake, but it's worse when he makes the mistake. They can be in games, he made the mistake, and I was over with. Feed Travis Hunter and Xavier Weaver. Self-explanatory. Have to stop Lincoln Victor and Kyle Williams, the 2 receivers for Washington State, especially Lincoln Victor, leading receiver. He is Cam Ward's best weapon. Can they establish a run? Colorado run game has been a problem all year, and it's not even close, and it's because of the trenches. Can the trenches establish a run for Colorado? Now for Washington State, they got to dominate the trenches. Don't allow them to establish a run. Don't allow them to protect Shedeur. Get to the backfield. Run the ball themselves. Washington State get to Shedeur. They only have 17 sacks. But again, they're going against a weaker trenches, so they should be able to take advantage of it. Feed Nikhil Watson. He only has 210 yards and 4 tugs. But again, weaker trenches. Should be able to develop much more of a run game. Feed Lincoln Victor, 723 yards and 4 tugs. Cam Ward's best weapon, get him the ball. And forces Shedeur Sanders interception. He only has 3 on the year. Washington State, I believe, has 6 on the year. So, got to get to him. Got to fluster him. Make him make a mistake. Create extra opportunities. Get the home crowd involved. But with that being said, I think I'm taking Colorado. I know Colorado has been on a huge skid. I think it ends tonight. I think Washington State is very beatable. Washington State has been playing very bad football. Colorado's been losing, but they haven't been getting blown out. They lost close to SC. They lost close to Arizona. I think UCLA might have been a bad loss, if I remember correctly. But they've been playing good teams. Oregon was a bad loss, obviously. That one was a bad loss. Oh my God, this game is not coming up. Hold on. But Colorado, in my opinion, hasn't been losing while playing bad football. I feel like Washington State, on the other hand, has been losing while playing bad football. Stanford blew that one. They actually, I said it when it happened. They needed that Stanford win to become bowl eligible. They blew that one. I knew it wasn't. They're not going to be bowl eligible. UCLA was close. Oregon State was close. Arizona was close. They've been playing good football, just been losing. So give me Colorado to win. Now, like I said, that'll be it for y'all today. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my birthday. I will be back tomorrow morning around 9:30 to give y'all Saturday previews. Should be some good ones in store. With that being said, y'all enjoyed the main show at 7 o'clock, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.